Mr. Ben Banaghan, welcome. He's taken on an incredible challenge. Tell us what you're doing, Ben.
So basically I'm going to be running the length of Iceland from the most northern point to the most southern point. It is about 570 kilometres, around 350, 360 miles. I'm going to be trying to do it in about 7.5 days. I'm going to be averaging just shy of 2 marathons a day for the 7 days. And then that should get me there in one piece. Probably pretty sore, but the first day I think it's going to be pretty flat, so I'm going to try, I'll probably do 95k on that first day, and then it gets quite hilly and terrainy for 1 or 2 days after that. There'll be some days where it's 70, 75, so I'm going to be doing that starting Saturday the 6th of September, and then while I'm doing it, it's obviously a good opportunity for me personally to work with you guys and to raise awareness and funds for mental health in construction.
Yeah, incredible. And you are obviously a construction manager?
Construction manager, site manager for McLaren, work here at Marylebone. So obviously, working with the lads day in, day out on the project. I've heard some stories, I've spoke to a few people on the project who've been through some really rough stuff. So it's great to be able to raise money and awareness for them, but also for you guys who are actually helping them.
How long have you been over? Obviously Irish based.
Yeah.
How long have you been in London?
So I've been in London probably about 5 years in total now. Basically, first moved over on a year on placement in uni, went back, finished uni, and then once I finished that, came back here, been here 4 years since. And then in that time, I've just been working in the construction industry as a site manager, doing a few other ultra challenges runs for the same reason, raising awareness and funds for.
And you've only recently got into ultra marathon, it's not the last 4 or 5 years, is it?
To be honest, my number one sport is football. COVID hit, obviously restrictions and lockdowns in place, so nobody could play football. Always prided myself on sport, love sport just because it's you out there doing what you do. There's no background, there's no history, there's no egos, no nothing, it's just sport is sport. When football left, I was very bored very quick, and I decided to take up ultra running.
Yeah, superb. And then, so had you done a marathon before you got into the ultra marathon?
Nah, so I've never. The first time I'd done a marathon was in preparation and training for the ultra marathon. Yeah. So when COVID hit,
just committed straight to the ultra.
That's it. Why not? Everyone's doing couch to 5k, couch to countries. But when lockdown hit, I got put on furlough here, moved back to Ireland, and the lockdowns in Ireland were a lot more strict than what was here.
Well,
basically 5 kilometres, can't leave that zone around your house. So I was just running the roads for ages. Then off the back of that, could see how everybody was reacting and dealing to the lockdowns and COVID. So I wanted to raise awareness for mental health. And then I had a neighbour, Alana Sheehan, who had terminal brain cancer. So decided to run the length of Ireland to raise money for Alana and for Mental Health Ireland. The money was kind of split between the two of them.
Brilliant.
And then it kept me busy, kept me training, kept me going during the hard moments. That's why I took up running and ultra running. It's committing to something way down the line, and it's just doing the right things.
What was the distance on the island one? Is that top of Donegal? What was it actually northern Ireland?
So it's Mizen to Malin Head, so down in Cork, the most southern point, up to top of Donegal, the most northern point. It was it's very similar to Iceland, so about 570 kilometres. And after I finished my studies, moved back to the UK, to London. And then off the back of Ireland, I was like, right, I want to run the length of the UK. I want to just go a step further, or a lot step furthers. And that was about 1,400 kilometres in 19 days, which is about, not great with miles, but I think it was 950 miles.
It's about 2/3 of it. Is there a point in that? Do you hit a wall after X amount of days? Or
absolutely,
you see multiple walls every day?
Walls, trees, buses, everything is, everything's hitting me. But to be honest, that's why I love it. It's that, I do the runs for the mental challenge rather than the physical, because I think you get to a certain level of fitness. Where it's like, all right, it's like you're able to do it, you're able to do it for 7 days, you'd be able to do it for 8 days, just non-stop running. It's convincing yourself that you can. But what I love about the ultra runs is, on day 14 of a 20-day run, you could be feeling like the worst you've ever felt, and within half an hour after one conversation with somebody, you could be buzzing. You could
Yeah.
be like a completely different person. So I think managing the emotions and the range of emotions
Yeah.
during the ultra run, when you're fatigued and when you're tired and when you feel like everything's going against you,
Yep.
it's just a good metaphor for life, where
Yeah.
you know, you need to just understand a bad day is hopefully just a bad day. If
Yep.
it runs into tomorrow, you know, it could happen, but it's just knowing that you won't be in that
Yeah.
mental state forever.
Peaks and troughs of emotions, isn't it? I suppose?
Absolutely,
You
yeah.
probably find that we've done nothing like this before, but only from long distance walks we've done. But even when the sun comes out,
Yeah.
the morale just lifts, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
realise how much a part the weather plays. Have you found it as well? We find it with all the sports that we do. Once you get into these sports or take part in them, there's a community of people.
Yeah.
Probably the online process that brings it all together, isn't it? Is there a big community in the ultramarathon world?
Yeah, and like I've played sports my whole life. What I love about the ultra running community and even the running community is that like it's kind of you against you. But like, you know, there might be a network of people, or you know, a number of people doing an event or a marathon. It's always you against you, but like the people around you are always supporting you.
Yeah.
Because they're in the same situation where it's them against themselves.
Yeah.
But like obviously, in order for them to beat you, they need to perform good themselves. I just love the whole
Yeah.
idea around it.
So I can see, yeah, from the outside looking into it, you can see, can't you? It's almost everyone's encouraging and wanting people to better what they've done, just so it can keep on
Exactly.
raising the standard
Yeah.
of what everyone does, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because someone does it in a competition, he's done it, I can do that. And then it pushes everybody in their own battles, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and you're doing a marathon tomorrow, just
Yeah,
as a...
doing a marathon tomorrow as part of my training. I'll do probably 7k on Sunday.
Yeah.
Recovery run.
Does that ramp right up now? Have you?
Yeah, so basically the training process is, like, I've been training for the last few months, pretty much since Christmas, but basically it's just marginal gains each month. So I'll
Yeah.
have like a monthly distance that's marginally increasing month on month. And then it gets to a stage, to be honest, after this month of training, there'll be 2 blocks of training left. And that will be very specific to what I'll be doing on the day while I'm in Iceland, and also just trying to mimic the week. So I think my
Yeah.
longest week will be like 260 kilometers.
Yeah.
Iceland is 570 kilometers. So while I'm working full time, I'm going to be running 260 kilometers in a week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 1 or 2 long days where I'll probably be doing 90 kilometers on just a random weekend,
Yep.
just in preparation for when I go over there.
Yep.
My body's used to the load increasing.
Yep.
It's used to doing a mega ultra day, whether it's 90 or 100 kilometers. And then just getting used to running on tired legs, fatigued legs.
Yeah.
Just need to start raising funds and awareness now.
So now we can pull the pin on it, but no, a huge thank you for
Yeah.
getting in touch, getting behind us, and we can do everything we can to get behind yourself. But,
Yeah. And
pleasure.
honestly, yeah,
Man.
fair play to you lads. Like I do it for my own reasons, very similar to what you guys do.
Yeah.
A little bit different, but very similar. But fair play to you, because, you know, like, I'm doing what I'm doing, but like, it's you lads who are actually making the impact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll raise awareness, I'll raise some funds.
Yeah.
But, you know, like you said, we've had 1 or 2 instances already where you're actually helping people on my project. So it's
Yeah.
it's,
No,
it's really
it's the least.
appreciated.
Yeah, we can't raise the profile of what we're trying to do about the people taking part either. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally works both ways. But no, huge thank you. And yeah, anything you need us, you know, vice versa, we're here, and bring on Iceland.
Cool.
Come on, let's go see some volcanoes.
And run.
Run.